Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC drops December 10th of this year. There's so much to play right now. It's overwhelming. Before I get into it, oh my God. Is anyone else feeling that pressure of too much coming out? I just spent maybe 4 or so hours at midnight playing Age of Imprisonment, the new Legend of Zelda Warriors game. Loving that. Kirby Air Riders comes out later this year. I'll get right into Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm just overwhelmed, if anything. I liked what I saw today a lot. I went live to watch the new material with my community, and at first I was confused because for whatever reason, Nintendo dropped 3 separate videos at the same time. I feel like this could have all been encompassed in one presentation style video with multiple different trailers in it. And unfortunately for me, I almost turned the stream off and went back to bed. The first thing I saw was the Mega Diancie, which I believe is available today. Read the Mega Stone for that Pokemon as a gift, which is great, right? But I was really worried that that was the news, which makes sense that it wasn't. But again, I had been awake for 7 minutes. But thankfully someone sent me the actual trailer. And wow, I'm taken aback, genuinely. For the first time in Pokemon history, we've broken the level cap, which honestly I think is the best solution we could have done, because in previous Pokemon iterations with DLC, starting with Sword and Shield, most times the complaint is, oh, the DLC felt very non-impactful because I took the Pokemon that I used in my main playthrough that were all level 100 and I kind of swept through, which it's every person's choice to play that way. Typically, I'll make new teams in whatever new region, but it's totally reasonable that by the time you played new content within an already established Pokemon game, you likely already are equipped with every tool imaginable to be able to invalidate any idea of challenge that you're going to play the new content. I imagine that's what most people do if they have the team ready, if they played base game enough. But this changes everything. It really does. The way my heart started to palpitate when I saw level 120 Corviknight. What? Level 141 Annihilape. Huh? This can't be real. And then I start to wonder, is this a format that'll start to permeate into mainline games? Likely not. Legends, even though Legends is listed technically as a mainline Pokemon game, is still a part of a generation. This is still Generation 9. And Legends games are designed to experiment. Will they keep this experimentation? I don't know. But I will say, if in the future they do keep this format, especially for the PvE game, which I also think this is a product of, and sorry, I'm rambling, of the existence or the future existence of Champions. Now that Champions exists as the way to enjoy competitive Pokemon, the mainline games kind of have the freedom to do whatever they want without tampering with the formula. Because we won't be playing after Gen 10 starts, I imagine, or after Champions comes out, we won't be playing competitive Pokemon in the active game anymore. It'll be in Champions. That's how all the tournament formats are gonna work. And that's just exciting. Oh my God. But yeah, that allowed for the level cap to get pushed. Kind of the main thing that I imagine most people are going to be excited about, besides the Pokemon. To list them off really quickly, for the new ones that I saw, if I missed one, please let me know in the comments below. But we saw Corviknight, Annihilape, Mega Baxcalibur, Mega Diancie, which I mentioned earlier, Alolan Marowak, Golurk, Mega Chimecho, which, oh my God, I love that design. I also love a lot of the Megas that are clearly referencing previous evolutions with strong designs, because I love Chingling. I arguably like Chingling's design more than Chimecho's. So to introduce a giant Chingling within your Chimecho design is gorgeous. It's like how Mega Feraligatr works, where he chomps down with a Totodile head, and despite it looking a little toilety prior to the chomp down, I still really like the design in concept. But anyway, tangenting. Golurk was there. Did I say Golurk? I might have said Golurk. Garganacl, Musharna, and then the Mega Raichus X and Y, which I'm reading my my foots that I was making when I was a lot less awake, and I wrote Mega Raichu. So whoever that is, right? We also get to see Korrina. Full disclosure, try not to yell at me too loud, but growing up playing Pokemon, I missed a couple games along the way. And unfortunately, one of those games was Generation 6. So seeing Korrina again doesn't hit me as hard as it may hit some. And I guess it's heavily hinted that you will see Korrina again anyway, because spoilers for the end of the story for Legends EA, for those of you who haven't beaten it yet, earmuffs from now until the next 20 seconds, I guess. On the table, after you have your big final battle with Ange Floette, however you pronounce it. There's no voice acting, so I don't know. Anyway, sorry. you see Lucario Pokeball on the table. Very easy to miss, by the way. Inside of that ball is Corinna's Lucario, if you check the trainer. It also looks like there's going to be a ZA Royale being held. I wonder how that works. I wonder if the Rust Syndicate's gonna hold it themselves as like an underground thing, because you can clearly see holograms of trainers piloting level 100, 40, 30, 50 Pokemon in there. I'm so curious about so much that I saw. The reason why I assume it's a ZA Royale of sorts, I wonder if it's a Rust Syndicate run thing, who knows, is because in the top right corner of the UI, you notice objectives that look like Royale objectives. I'm also really curious in the UI if you notice this Cal meter. I'm assuming it stands for caliber, but you can notice a couple very specific things about it. Specifically in the Cal meter they show later with Megabax Caliber battling the Gengar. There is a star count that says 3 out of 5. There's a star rating for the caliber. The caliber's in the thousands, roughly. I'm assuming that's what it means, caliber, I'm guessing. And there's also listed buffs and nerfs on that circle that displays the caliber. I think if I remember, it looked like a dark type symbol and down. Maybe that's likely to have seen them, maybe that's the moves. And then I saw what looked like an alpha symbol up and a Pokeball symbol with up and the number 2, which maybe means higher catch rate with based on buffs applied. I don't know, but it looked really cool. It looked like maybe we get to, based on the donuts we eat, because it looks like, okay, to kind of lead into this, I don't want to be too scatterbrained. I wrote notes down. Let's use them right. And this also can lead to me talking about our new character, Ansha. I'm really curious about that character. They look really mysterious. I love their smug look. I love how they look like Hoopa. Also, I love how Hoopa's characterized in this game. The little hat they're wearing is really cute. The chef outfit with the bandana, it's giving Cooking Mama. It's great. I love the design. Although Pokemon character design has never been bad, I'm really curious about how that character plays in narratively, because they've been very loud about saying this is a story DLC. This isn't just an added mechanic mode DLC. This is a story. So I really wonder how this pans out, like narratively, and how important that character ends up being. But yeah, our character Ansha that they show runs a donut shop, and clearly they didn't explain it, but there's even hyper berries that are found probably in the Mega Dimension that are used to make donuts that you can then use to feed Hoopa to give you access to Mega Dimensions. And I imagine based on the donut that you give Hoopa, you'll have access to higher level Pokemon, different buffs or nerfs to the Mega Dimension Hoopa sends you to. I even saw Cerebi posted donuts that look like Kyogre and Groudon. So will this be our means of hunting other legendaries? I don't know, but I would love to find out. Oh my God, I'd love to find out. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. I understand that prior, I never did it on this channel because my uploading frequency on this channel has been, I think the nicest way to put it is isn't consistent. I stream 6 days a week on twitch.tv/ThunderPants. You know, I'm there all the time. But I try to keep the videos, the non-short form. I upload shorts, but you know, videos. I've been trying to keep them to this format. I've had gameplays and things I've considered posting. If you want that kind of content, let me know. But I try to keep the channel relatively focused lately to this style of commentary content on games that I care about, right? So, sorry, a little bit of off-topic ramble. I know that's not what you're here for. I'm sorry. This all looks really good. To hard cut back to the topic at hand. I'm really excited. I whined about spending the $30 on day one for DLC, and while that is a lot to put up front without having any idea what we're getting besides the existence of Mega Raichu X and Y, which is arguably enough. Kidding. I'm really satisfied with what they're cooking. To be fair, I've never been dissatisfied with a Pokemon DLC. Let's be real. I think they've all been really good. So Pokemon DLC has never been sour to me. Sure, spending $30 on DLC prior to a game's release doesn't feel great, but I'm not going to pretend like the product in the past hasn't been good. Yeah, no, I'd say my opinion on this is overwhelmingly positive. I don't have too much wrong with it. If I sat in cynicism and really wanted to nitpick about every little thing I saw, did you know that in the Mega Dimension, the walls are still wallpapers? You know, like I could, sure, right. But I'm not a texture freak. So, you know, I think it looks it looks good. It looks really good. You could cut the whole video there. It looks good. Either way, thanks for letting me ramble in your ear about Pokemon. Maybe you want me to ramble in your ear about something else. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Or for extended ramble sessions, feel free to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/DinnerPants. I'm really excited for this DLC. I'll likely be covering it on the channel. And again, whether you agree or disagree with me, I really appreciate your input. If you want to let me know how you felt about this content, how you're feeling about Pokemon Legends EA, feel free to let me know in the comments. Whether it's positive or negative, so long as you're being a respectful, normal human being. I love having this discussion with y'all. And all my videos that I put out that are opinion pieces, I love to talk about it. So if you choose to, comment section's there for you. Either way, I'll see y'all on stream. I'll see y'all on my next upload. I'd like to make them more frequent. Trust me, I've had a lot of topics that I feel like have came and went. I still might cover them because why not? They're games that exist. I'm sure my opinions have been echoed tenfold on whatever topic I've been wanting to cover. A dialogue with my community is never a bad thing. Either way, I'm taking up too much of your time. Have a good night, day, wherever you are. Love you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.